Let's get real. Scrum is everywhere. Daily stand-ups, sprint planning, retrospectives, story points, velocity charts. But here is the question no one wants to ask out loud. Does Scrum actually make us more productive, or is it just corporate theater disguised as process? In this video, we are cutting through the buzzwords and looking at what Scrum really does, for better or worse. Scrum was not created to annoy developers or to flood calendars with pointless meetings. It actually came from a good place, helping software teams work better in fast-moving, unpredictable environments. Back in the 1990s, traditional software development followed the waterfall model. Long cycles, rigid plans, huge product launches that often missed the mark. By the time something shipped, the market had already moved on. So, Scrum came in with a new promise: faster delivery through short, focused iterations called sprints, better communication through daily stand-ups, constant improvement through retrospectives, and, most importantly, empowering teams to self-organize and adapt. The original vision was lightweight, flexible, and team-driven. Scrum was not supposed to be a bureaucracy, it was supposed to break bureaucracy. And when it is done right, with small, focused teams, building real features for real users, it can be incredibly effective. But here is the catch. Scrum is simple to understand and very easy to mess up. In theory, it is agile. In practice, it is often just rigid ceremony with very little actual agility. Now let's talk about what actually happens in the real world, not the training manual, not the Scrum certification slides. You join a company that proudly says, "We follow Scrum," but what you get is a bad parody of process-driven work. Let's break it down. Daily stand-ups turn into robotic status reports. Everyone says, "I'm still working on the same ticket as yesterday," while secretly scrolling Slack. Sprint planning becomes a 4-hour time sink. Vague estimations, overcommitted backlogs, endless debates over whether a task is a 3-point or a 5-point story. Retrospectives, completely useless when no one feels safe to say what actually went wrong, because surprise, management is watching. The whole thing turns into a performance. People throw around words like velocity, burn down, or definition of done, like they are casting spells, when most of them do not really know what those metrics mean, let alone how to use them to improve anything. And even worse, Scrum gets weaponized. Product managers treat story points as fixed deadlines, even though they were never meant for that. Developers are judged by how many tickets they close, not by whether what they built actually solved a real problem. And somewhere in all this theater, Jira becomes the real product. People spend more time updating tasks, changing statuses, and attending rituals than actually writing code. That is not agility, that is corporate cosplay. Now, do not get me wrong, Scrum can work. When it is used as a framework, not a religion, it can help teams deliver faster and communicate better. But it requires a few things. A team that trusts each other, a product owner who actually understands the product, developers who have a real say in how work gets done. Without those things, Scrum turns into micromanagement wrapped in sticky notes. Here is the real danger no one wants to admit. Scrum can create the illusion of productivity. Sprint after sprint, the charts look great. The burn down is smooth, the velocity is consistent, tasks are marked as done. But then you look at the actual product, and it is still clunky, confusing, missing core features. Why? Because no one is asking the most important question: are we building the right thing or just building something? When Scrum becomes mechanical, teams start optimizing for process instead of impact. Developers worry more about how many story points they are assigned than whether the feature even makes sense. Product managers push to finish the sprint, even if it means shipping half-baked features and changing scope mid-sprint. Oh no, that would be breaking the process. Better to ship the wrong thing on time than the right thing one day late, right? At that point, you are not solving problems anymore. You are playing the agile game. The rituals are followed, the tools are updated, but no one stops to ask one thing: is any of this actually helping the user? So, what is the solution? Do we throw Scrum out the window? Not necessarily. If Scrum genuinely works for your team, if it helps you ship better, faster, and with fewer surprises, then great, stick with it. But if your team is just going through the motions, if retros feel fake, if sprints are rushed, and if everyone dreads stand-ups, then it is time to evolve. Some teams drop the ceremonies and move to Kanban. They focus on continuous flow instead of artificial time boxes. Others build hybrid models, weekly planning, asynchronous stand-ups, quarterly goals with monthly check-ins. There is no single right answer. The only wrong answer is following a system that is clearly broken, just because it is Scrum. The real key is to focus on outcomes, not rituals. Ask your team, honestly, are we actually delivering value or just moving improving tasks? Are we solving real problems or reacting to noise? Are we getting better together or just following a script? Agile is about adaptability, so let's stop being rigid in the name of being agile. Scrum is not the enemy. Blind obedience to any process is. The best teams I have worked with did not care about frameworks. They cared about delivering, learning, and improving. So, what do you think? Is Scrum helping your team or just filling calendars and dashboards? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear real developer stories from the trenches. And if you are into this kind of no-nonsense developer talk, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.